Hi, how you doing? Javier, right? I hope I'm saying the name right. Okay, we are live on YouTube. So, how this webinar is going to go is that I am going to share my screen in a few moments. We're just going to wait a few more minutes for people to join. And I'm going to show you a setup of the ReConvert app. We're going to go step by step of setting up your first thank you page, setting up some interesting integrations. And if you're interested, we can also look at some triggers. Now, triggers, by the way, for those of you who don't know, are basically just a way for you to show different thank you pages to different customers or in different orders according to any kind of variant you can imagine. Basically, it can be according to the product, it can be according to the customer name, age, gender, whatever you want. So we're gonna touch on that just a little bit because it's more advanced stuff. But of course, as we go along, if you have any questions, just let me know in the chat, either on YouTube or here in the webinar. And if you have any things that you want me to talk about, that you know you want me to talk about right now, feel free to just write them down. And during the whole share screen, I'm going to make sure to note them and to address them. Okay, so I am going to get started. For anyone who is joining us at any time, there will be a play of the entire webinar on YouTube. You can go on there and watch it all over again in our YouTube channel. It is called Stelio. And I'm going to now share my screen and get started with setting up ReConvert. Okay, so please let me know in the chat, guys, if you can see my screen or not. I just want to make sure that everyone can see it. Awesome. Thank you, Javier. All right, so let's get started. This is a test store that we've created for these webinars. And as you can see, I've just installed ReConvert. I haven't done anything. I just approved payment and that's it. And now I need to go ahead and create my first thank you page. So you have basically two options to create your first thank you page when you've just installed ReConvert. You can either create a new template. This will allow you to create an entirely blank template. You can take and add things onto it, or you can explore some of our free template. We have a template store. It's not really a store because everything is free with pre-made templates according to different needs. So while you can do either one of these, I'm going to go ahead and choose an existing template so I can show you how you can take an existing template and customize it to your own needs. So the most popular template that we have is the conversion monster. We do have a customer satisfaction template that is aimed more towards customer satisfaction and not towards conversions. We have a branded one that is aimed for you to like brand yourself and keep a cohesive brand throughout your store and in your thank you page. And we have the conversion monster, which the name implies it is aimed at converting customers. And you can see all of the setups that we have automatically in this template. You can see the discounts in each widget and everything. So you know exactly what we create. It's not a cat in a bag. What we're going to do is click add. And now what is going to happen is that ReConvert creates this template in your store. It doesn't publish it. Your customers will not see it. It will be available for you to actually start editing and publish whenever you feel like you're ready. So this is the page builder that we are redirected to. First thing we need to do is just give a name to the template. And this is going to be important if you create a lot of templates. You're going to need this. So let me just name that the default template. Okay, so first thing you can see is that the page builder looks a lot like the Shopify theme builder, the theme editor, and that is on purpose. We want it to be as familiar and comfortable for you guys as possible. Second thing, you can already see some widgets that the conversion monster added. And as you see, these colors are all cohesive of the buttons and the arrows and everything. And what ReConvert does is it takes automatically the colors from your store. So you don't even have to worry about it. You add a widget and we make sure it looks like the rest of your store. You can change it, but you don't have to. So let's start by going over the widgets that the conversion monster added. This is our lovely support representative, Konstantin. Um, and when you click on a widget, you are going to see the widget editing options open up over here. So you don't have to go look for it. You can just click the widget and the options will open. Another way to see these options is by going, going to the sections area, and here you have the right area and the left area. So let's say I want to find this one. I'm going to go to the left area and find the product recommendations widget, and this is the settings for this widget. But of course, it's more comfortable to just click them. So the first one is the product comments, and this is not exactly product reviews. It's something that happens before your customer even got the product, but you can basically ask a question like, why did you buy this product? And the customer can answer. It can give you a lot of insights on why people are buying, that can give you other ideas as to the population of your buyers. So this is one very simple one, not converting, but very powerful. And then when we scroll down, we have the birthday widget. This is one of my favorites. All you do is ask your customers to give you their birthdays, and then you can send them automatic messages via email or SMS on their birthday, telling them, hey, happy birthday, here's a discount, getting them back to the store to buy again. It's a really good touch point for your customers for retention later on. We have integrations with this widget that I'm going to talk about later in the video. And then next we have the product upsell widget, and this is a dynamic widget to upsell your customers. The default option is the most expensive product purchased, which means that whatever products your customer purchased, he's going to see the most expensive one here with a discount. And you might be surprised, but this works really well. People tend to buy the same product that they just did with a different variant and a discount. But you can also do, let's say, a specific product. And then you can choose from the products in your store. Let's say I want to show this specific product, and then you can see all of its options over here. I'm going to go back to the most expensive one. But again, as you can see, we have some integrations here. We have 4 apps that we are integrating with right now. So if you're using any of these apps, you can just click it and the integration will be enabled. And if you don't have the app installed, you'll have this button indicating it, and it will take you to the App Store for this app. So once you install the app, all you have to do is check status, and it will automatically enable the integration. But as I said, let's keep the most expensive product purchased. Okay, as I said in the beginning, I don't know if anyone new joined us, but if you have any questions, just let me know in the chat. I'm gonna get a notification and answer you guys. As we go along, you don't have to wait for me to finish anything. Next, we have the product recommendations widget. This is very similar to the product upsell. You have almost all of the same options. The only difference is instead of showing one product, you're going to show a scrollable widget of products. You can show a specific collection. You can show Shopify recommendations, which is the default. And this just allows Shopify to look at the products in the original order already, and based on them, find similar products to show here. To be honest, this is a really good opportunity. This is a really good option if you're not using any product recommendations with apps, but it's not the smartest recommendation mechanism. It basically is based on the collections of the products. So if you are using one of these apps, I would recommend using it. But if not, this is a really good option as well. Next, we have the tracking widget. And this one, anyone who is dropshipping is going to love this, but not just. So if you're familiar with 17 Track, it's basically a website that allows you to track packages from different carriers from all around the world. And the tracking widget takes the data from 17 Track and shows it here automatically on the thank you page. So you no longer have to send your customers to a different website. They can see it on the order confirmation page, on the order status page. This widget will only appear if there is a tracking number on the order. So of course you have to make sure to update the tracking numbers. Now, you really don't have to set up everything here. As you can see, you just choose the language, colors, text, and it works. And then the last one, sorry, I don't know why it keeps popping up, is this. Actually, you know what? Let me put this up a little bit so we don't have this issue. Okay. So the last one is the social media buttons. And this is basically a widget where you can offer your customers to share their order on social media. The really powerful thing that you can do with this, and I'm going to do it now, is actually give them a discount code. So let's say I want to give my customers and their friends a 10% discount if they order through a link shared on social media. This customer can share his order and give all of his friends a discount. So I'm going to say 10 off. This is the discount code. Now it doesn't actually exist in my store, but you need to go ahead and create a discount code on Shopify before you do that. And then over here, I am going to change the text a little bit. Okay. Now you can just play around with it to make it look good. I'm trying to center it, but actually I don't love the way that it looks. So I'm going to put it back there. And then maybe make this text a little bigger, a little smaller. Oh, sorry. Because really the thing that I want to emphasize is the discount here. So this is one example. You can also change the way that the logos look. Honestly, I prefer these ones, so I'm going to keep them. Now, we have done everything we needed. We have optimized the thank you page. We can save the template. But actually, before that, there's one more thing I almost forgot to show you, which is the pop-up with timer. It's another widget that we automatically add into your thank you page with the conversion monster. This is the highest converting widget in ReConvert, and there's a reason for it, as you can see. It's a pop-up with a timer, giving your customers the opportunity to buy something with a discount from the entire store. And the best part is if they decline, whatever they decline or accept the offer, they're going to have this little bar over here. I'm sorry about this. This is my computer giving me some issues. We're going to refresh the page soon and you can see it. But there's this little bar over here, and you're going to see it in the live store as well, where the customer can actually see the time that he has left to accept the offer and finish the purchase. Okay, so a few last things before we move on. We have things like these 6 points over here that you can use to drag widgets up and down to actually organize your thank you page to look the way that you want. You can hide or show a widget without deleting it. And of course, you can entirely delete a section, delete a widget. But remember that if you do that, you can restore that later. So only do that for things you're sure you want to delete. On every widget, we have a help video. We have one for the entire page builder, but we also have one for any widget so that you can actually use this help to make sure that you know what you're doing. And if you want to add a new section all you have to do is go to the area you want to edit in, let's say left, click add section, and there are a lot of options here. The star ones are the most effective ones, but the other ones are also great. For example, you could add a post-purchase survey, which would basically allow you to ask your customers different questions about their order, about why they bought, how they found you, whatever you are interested in. You could add a video with you talking to your customers or maybe explaining the product if it is a complicated one. There really are a lot of options, and I'm going to let you explore them on your own. Now, I'm going to save this template. I didn't change a lot, but the little that I did will be saved. And now I am going to go back to the dashboard. And the last thing that I need to do, well, first of all, let's go over the dashboard actually. So we have the template here, and you can see, oh, hold on, I see we have a question. Discount code, can you limit the discount? Okay, Javier, that's a good question. So you cannot limit this on the page builder. Let me show you. What he asked is whatever we can for the pop-up with timer discount code, limit this discount for orders for over $50, for example. So on the page builder with the pop-up with timer, you have some options to limit it, let's say, for once per order on every impression, or even once per customer. And you can control also the timer, by the way, and the discount, of course, and everything. You cannot say only apply this to orders above a certain number. What you can do is use triggers to do that. And after we finish going over the basic stuff, I'm going to show you how to do exactly what you asked, Javier. Okay, so moving on, this is the dashboard. And hold on, I see there's another message. Okay, cool. Awesome. So when we move on in the templates, you can see the template that you've created. You can click to customize it, which will take you back to the page builder. And you can take other actions as well, like preview it, rename it, duplicate it if you want to, let's say, save a copy and then edit that, and view specific analytics. We'll see that a little bit later. And you can also create a new template in this button. I forgot to talk about it. Or create a new template from the pre-made ones as well. When you move down some more, you will see all of your templates. So in this case, we only have one, but if you have more, you will see them here. You will see specific analytics for them. It's not going to show you all of them. It's only going to show a few. If you want to see all of them with all of this data, just go to this page, the templates page. And then the best part about the app, the most important part maybe, is the analytics, because you want to see that you have a positive ROI, you want to see that you're generating sales, you want to know how it works. One important thing that I want to say about ReConvert is that we do not attribute sales to ourselves that we didn't generate. So for example, if you have, let's say, sent a birthday automation for a birthday that you collected from ReConvert, we don't consider it a sale that we generated. It's a sale that we assisted. So it's not counted here. You only see sales that 100% ReConvert generated. Now, you can see the revenue generated by the app, the orders generated by the app, the ROI, orders average value. You can really go over all of that. And once we enable the app, you will also see a table here with specific widgets and their conversion rate. So you can see all of your active widgets and know what works best. Of course, you can play around with the dates here. You can see whatever time frame you want. So the last thing I need to do is click Enable ReConvert, and this will enable the app. Wonderful, the app is enabled. If you ever want to disable it for any reason, you only need to go to Settings, General Settings, and you will have a disable button over here, but we don't want to do that. Okay, so before we move on, let's view the thank you page on a real thank you page, and then we can move on to triggers. So this is an order that I've created beforehand. And as you can see, it's the regular Shopify thank you page. The only call to action I have here is to continue shopping or contact us. Now I'm going to refresh this. And the ReConvert widgets are loaded. So let's go over them. You've seen it already, but I'm just going to do it really quickly. So first of all, we have the pop-up, and I can either click shop now or maybe later. I'm going to click maybe later, and then you can see this button bar. So this never leaves me. You can edit the background of the button bar to make it pop up even more. But this never leaves me. This is my discount with my timer with a button to the store, which automatically applies the discount code. I can click close if I want to, but it's gonna keep staying here and reminding me that I have a discount that I haven't used yet. Now, we have the product comment. Let's say I love crafts. This is why I bought this product. All I have to do is click submit. And I submitted the comment. Now I will not see this input ever again for this specific product in the order. I can see my comment that I left. Another thing I could do is submit my birthday, submit, and that's it. I will never see this widget again as a customer because you already have my birthday. There's no reason to ask me again. Now we have the product upsell here, and this is the only product that I bought, so it's the most expensive one, and I get it with a discount. I guess I didn't set up the discount in the page. We can go ahead and do that later. Oh, sorry, yeah, I get it with a 30% off, and if I had any variants, I would see them here, but I don't. And for the product recommendations widget, the reason we're not seeing it here is because, as I said, Shopify bases it on product collections, and I guess this product is not in any collections. I can add him to one if you guys want to see it, and then we can see the recommendations here. And lastly, I have the social sharing widget where I can give my friends a 10% off. Okay, so I just want to show you when we accept an offer from the thank you page. So when I accept this offer, I'm going to click get 30% off. And I am directed only to the payment method page. I don't need to re-enter my shipping or my personal information. It is already there. I already have this data. So it's basically a two-step checkout where I only have to enter my credit card, click pay now, and I've created a new order. Okay, so going back to ReConvert, let's go ahead and have a look at some integrations before we move on to triggers. So when I go to general settings, actually, sorry, before that, let's see the information that I just input, like birthdays. You can see my fake email, my name, and the birthday that I just entered, and you can export all the birthdays to CSV. This is not very useful unless you just want to see customer's birthday. We also save this on the customer card on Shopify, so you also have this data on Shopify, regardless of ReConvert. But we're going to activate some automation, some integrations to help you use this data. And we also have the product comments here, which is the page where we can see all the product comments people left. You can see the order, the product, and the comment. Like I said, this can really help you learn why customers are buying specific products. So going to general settings. There's a few things you can do here other than disable ReConvert, which you shouldn't do because it's going to generate you money. First of all, you can select a different language. If your store, if your Shopify admin is in any language other than English, you can change it. This is only going to change the language of the ReConvert admin. So if you want to change language in the thank you page, You don't need this. You can just edit the text for any widget so the customer only sees the widgets in the language that you want him to see. Now we have two interesting sections of integrations. So we have a third-party birthday integration. You can either activate an email integration, which would be MailChimp or Klaviyo, or you can activate an SMS integration, which would be Toby, SMS Bump, or SMS notifications. Any of these options, you can, by the way, choose multiple here. You don't have to choose only one, let's say SMS Bump and MailChimp. So for MailChimp or Klaviyo, you would have to enter your API key and sync it, which we're not going to do right now. But for any of the SMS integrations, we can actually detect automatically if you have this app in your store, and it will just activate magically the integration. So I don't have SMS Bump. Let's click install. I hope they support development stores because this store is a development store. If not, then you would still get the idea. Okay. Okay, so I can activate the app. I don't know if I need to. Let's check status. Okay, I do need to activate SMS Bump, and I can't actually do that right now. So we're gonna skip this one. But if I manage to enable the integration, all I have to do is later click save. And from that point on, we automatically send all of your birthdays that are collected in the app to SMS Bump. And in SMS Bump, you can create a really beautiful SMS flow to get customers to buy again on their birthday. We actually have a full video dedicated to that if you want to watch it on the YouTube channel. Now we have a star reviews third-party integration. This is an integration with reviews apps, things like Judge Me, Looks, Review, Stamped, and Ali Reviews. Any of these apps, if you are using for reviews in your store, you can integrate with them, and I don't have any of them installed, so I'm just clicking to show you what it looks like. And once you have integrated with them, let's say I have Stamped, pretend we do, I can go to the page builder. Okay. And I can add this widget to, hold on. Okay, I can add this widget either to the product recommendations or to the product upsell. So we have star reviews here. When we scroll down, all you have to do is just click the checkbox and it's going to show reviews on your thank you page. Now, this is obviously just an example. It's not what it's going to show. It's going to show the reviews for the specific product. Same thing here. Okay. Now we can close this. So we've gone through the integrations. Let's go back and talk about triggers now. So before, a few minutes ago, Javier asked, how can we display the pop-up with timer only for products over $50? And I'm going to show you how to do this with triggers now, but it will only be an example of what you can do with triggers. There's so much more you can do. Before we go there, let me just check the YouTube to see if there's any questions here. No? Okay, we can move on. All right. So when we go into triggers, we just click this button to get to the triggers page. And we have another landing page here, which helps direct you on how to enable triggers. So I'm going to click create your first trigger. You don't need to worry when you click this. It's not going to change anything with the app or with your thank you page. Okay, so now we are at the triggers page and we're going to go over it one by one. Let me move myself here. Okay, so first thing is the default template. You need to select what template your customers will see if they reach the thank you page and their order doesn't fit any of the triggers. Okay, so this is like a fallback template that this is the template that everyone sees by default unless they answer a trigger. And obviously we only have one template here, so it's the default template. I can click save, I can preview it, no need, we've just seen it. And then you have the feature status. You can activate it. Right now it's still disabled. I'm not going to activate it until I create a trigger. So all I have to do to create a trigger is click add trigger. And then I would give the trigger a name. Let's say pop-up with timer, orders over $50. So whatever name you want that you would understand. And then you choose what template will show up for this trigger. For now, it's going to be the default template. We'll change it later because we don't have any other triggers. And then the category. So for the category, you have 4 things. You have customer information, order details, product purchase data, and order options. So these are, I think, pretty clear options. I'm not sure if the order sum would be product purchase data or order details. Let's try the order details. And then you can see different parameters here. So let's see. We have the billing address, we have carrier, discount code used, total discount value, order date, order number, order value. Okay, so this is under order details. Order value is the value, the monetary value of the order. And then you need to choose the condition. So in this case, the condition is that the order value is more than $50, or let's say 49, because we want to show it 50 and up. And now all I have to do to really make this thing work is create another template with the pop-up, one template with the pop-up and one without. So I'm gonna go to templates. And I'm gonna first of all disable the pop-up from the default template. Okay. So we've disabled the pop-up. Now I'm going to create a new template. Okay, let's give it a name. Oops. Okay. So I've created this template and I'm going to enable the pop-up with timer. Okay, so this is not the conversion monster. It's the regular blank template. So the pop-up doesn't have the image. You can add the image here by clicking this little icon, but I actually don't have it on hand and I don't have anything that fits. So just for the sake of demonstration, we're going to keep it as it is. Now the timer duration would be 20 and we are going to give a discount of 25%. Let's say it here. For the next 20 minutes, you have 25%. And I'm going to save this. Now you can, of course, add as many things here as you want, but I am just going to keep it simple for the sake of this test. So we have created our first trigger. And we need to now change the order that is the template that is attached to the trigger to be pop-up for orders over 49. And we're going to click save. Now I'm going to see the previous thank you page, see what template it shows up in there. Okay, so if you don't know, the way to see an order's thank you page after the order was placed is by going to the order, more actions, view order status page. This is also a way for you to check ReConvert if you feel like you need to. And of course, this order is only $8.49. It's going to show the template without the pop-up. Now let's go ahead and buy something a little more expensive. Let's splurge a little bit. I don't know if we have anything expensive here. And as you can see, we have the pop-up from before we changed. Oh, here it is. So we have the pop-up from before we changed the templates. I'm going to add this to the cart, and then let's add another product to the cart to reach 50. Actually, let's just add the same product. I don't know why I just did that. Okay, so let's view the cart. We have exactly $50. Let's check out. Okay. Now I am going to use this details. Now, since this is a test store, there's this bogus bogus card that I need to use. So we're going to use that. And let's pay. Okay, oh, wait, I know what happened. I didn't click activate. Rookie mistake. So I'm going to click activate now. And now you have triggers activated. Let's refresh this page. And we have our pop-up, and I can click shop now, or maybe later. Let's do shop now. It's going to take me to my store with my pop-up counting down here below. And when I add any product to the cart now, it's going to automatically apply the discount code for the 25% off. Okay, so this answered this specific triggers question. Does anyone have any other questions that you want to ask about how to do certain things? Awesome, I'm glad that helped. So do you have any questions about maybe specific triggers that you think would fit your store, something that you want me to show that I didn't, an issue that you have seen with the app that you would want me to talk about? I'm gonna take a sip of water. You guys can go ahead and ask any question. Okay, so it looks like no one has any questions. Let me just check the YouTube. Wait. Great, Javier. I'm glad to hear that the app is easy to use. We built it to be easy to use, but you know, we're here to help you if you need it anyway. So this is the goal of this video. So I guess since it is easy to use and no one has any questions, we're gonna end the stream in just a minute. I just wanna show you before we do some things about the analytics. So as you can see, we already collected some analytics here. And you can see the element-wise data. This is the widgets data that I talked about before. You can see the impressions for each widget, the clicks, orders, revenue if it's relevant. I mean, not all widgets are converting. Click-through rate, conversion rate, and conversions. So this is really useful for you to know exactly what works. You can also go to the latest activity down here, and here you can actually see actions that people took. So you can see who left a birthday, who shared their order, who created another order out of ReConvert. You can see exactly what happened from the app. Also very useful to learn what you need to know. And when you go to templates, like I promised before, you can see all of your templates here. You can actually see a preview of them, and you can publish them, make them draft, make them default, whatever you need. And you can see the triggers that they are connected to and edit that. You can also see the impressions for each template, the orders generated, conversion rate, and revenue generated. So you can really see the data about each one of your templates. We want you to be able to really make the most out of the app. So, okay, see, we have another question. One more question. Okay, so this is a really good question, Javier. He asked what kind of information is shared about their order on social media. So the sharing, let me show you even, maybe I'll even share it on my Facebook. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the right place. Let's go to my order. Yeah, this is the cheap order. This is okay. By the way, guys, if you're having fun with the app, if you're seeing results, we would really appreciate a review on the Shopify App Store. It makes our day every time you review us, so we know what you think. Okay, so let's click Facebook. Sorry about the speed, by the way. My internet is not the best. So I can share, it basically opens up this pop-up and I can share whatever I want. It does show the store name with a link to the store. The link is not to the order, obviously, because only the customer can see this order. It's to the store. And this is why, like, I can say something like, guys, see this awesome store. Click the link for 10% off. Now, to be honest, this widget is very basic, but it works really well. Just the other day, I talked to a friend who is using ReConvert, and he is generating so much money out of this one widget. This one widget is generating a lot of money because when people like something that they bought and it's cool and it has like a viral effect, a viral potential, they will share it with their friends. It doesn't have to be on Facebook. They might just copy the link and send it to friends via messages, private messages and DMs. And then their friends would just buy because it interests them. We are working on making this a little more pretty and a little more advanced, but it's still in the works. So for now, this is what they see. It's a link with whatever text they want to add. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Let us know how it goes once you add this widget. If you're seeing good results, I would love to hear. And regardless of what widget we're talking about, guys, if you're seeing any widget that is giving you good results or not so good results and you want to share it with us, we always love to hear your suggestions of what you're missing in the app, what you want to see in it, what you're loving in the app. So feel free to just reach out to our support and let us know your feedback. We would more than appreciate it, and we would always enjoy giving you what you actually need to make more sales with ReConvert. Okay, if there's any more questions, just ask them right now. And if there aren't any, I think we're going to finish this stream here. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions after that, we're still going to be available on the live support on YouTube, via email, wherever you contact us, we're there. And, good luck with the app. Share your results with us. We'd love to hear it. And have a great morning or evening, depends on wherever you are. Have a great day. Bye-bye, guys.